my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out in North McKinney, Texas. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, as well as following me on Instagram at Grow Folds. If you don't have an Instagram account, definitely create one, because that is one way you can get in touch with all of the plant foldies. And for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. We are now going to be doing another shopping video at this Lowe's location to see what new proven winter plants we have, Costa Farms plants we have at this location. I actually love this Lowe's location because they typically maintain a great stock of plants, so we'll see what that looks like. But before we get into that, plant foldies, have you ever heard of this new soil called Classy Rabbit, which is from a local small business out in McKinney, Texas? Really excited to share with you this new soil, which is 100% organic. What I love about it is that this is a standalone type soil. You don't have to mix orchid bark or other amendatives that actually make this soil chunky. It is already chunky, light, and fast draining. You can use it to improve your existing soil. What I also like about it is they are made by farmers, so they don't really consult like soil scientists or whatever that means. They really know what Mother Nature has in the soil. And what I like about it is I've been able to pot up a lot of my plants from overseas, and they have really acclimated to this soil. I love the fact that, again, it is 100% organic, and the ingredients that we have would be rabbit manure, composed food waste, pine bark chips, mycorrhizae, dried molasses, pumice, and expanded shale, rice hulls, and yucca extract. So all of those ingredients really make this soil. It is balanced, and what I love about it is Classy Rabbit products are simple where it counts, smart where they matter. So that means all of the ingredients that the soil needs, it's right there. They don't need to add anything else, and they don't offer anything that they don't need. I also love the fact that Classy Rabbit is priced well, where it's a happy medium between the low prices of cheap, and when I say cheap, quality, and the high prices of unnecessary ingredients. It kind of balances it both. And if you see right here, I potted this aglaonema up in a terracotta planter. You can see how fast draining it is as I put a bunch of water into the soil. You can see that it is literally just draining through, but just because it's fast draining, it doesn't mean that it doesn't retain moisture. It definitely does. But I love the fact that I don't have to worry about adding any perlite, because this particular soil doesn't have perlite. It has all natural ingredients. So for those that have never heard about Classy Rabbit, please go to classyrabbit.com. I highly endorse this soil. I love it so much. And even though I've been doing semi-hydroponic substrates like Lechuza Pond and Leca, I've actually been converting all of my plants back to soil because of this particular soil. They do offer free shipping at classyrabbit.com. Let me know in the comment section if you're interested, and hopefully you will support Classy Rabbit. I mean, have you pooped on your plants lately? I would. For those that are actually going to the PlantCon Houston 2025 location, Classy Rabbit will be there, and they will actually be giving one lucky winner a year's supply of Classy Rabbit soil. Definitely follow them on Instagram at Classy Rabbit to check it out. I am an avid supporter of Classy Rabbit soil because it has really worked well for a lot of my plants, especially for my aglaonema, because it's fast draining and it's just got such a good complete soil mix for it. But anyways, let's get to the shopping of plants right here. You can see that these ones are only for $10 for vegetable plants. So I actually have an outdoor garden, a vegetable garden that has been doing extremely well for me. I have yet to feature that on my YouTube channel. The first dibs will end up being on my YouTube membership tier, which is called the Super Plant Foldies. Feel free to join it. It is in the comments section as a pinned link. It's only for for $2.99. I'd love for you to become a super plant foldie because you'll get access to some more of my personal plants, exclusive content, lifestyle blog, and just more about me if you want to join that. But as you can see right here, it is a beautiful afternoon out in North McKinney, Texas. Being based out in North McKinney, this area right here is just really peaceful, and there's always going to be a lot of these big box stores. So I've actually done a lot of plant shopping videos in this area because you can see right here, Costa Farms hibiscus, and this one is the tricolor hibiscus, where basically it's one bush, but it does produce 3 different colors. It's got a pink, a white, and an orange, and I love it. I find hibiscus to be absolutely stunning. You can see that it just recently rained out in North McKinney, and so you can see all of these plants are super happy. They are hydrated and ready to go, and you can see right here, look at that beautiful white hibiscus flower. And it's just really interesting how Costa Farms not only provides plants for indoor tropical plants, obviously Costa Farms trending tropical plants, but they have outdoor garden plants like this. Now for hibiscus plants, you have to really look at your grow zone because this is a tropical shrub. If you are in my grow zone, which is 8B, you wouldn't be able to grow this in your landscape because of the cold, harsh winters. You would have to put this in a container so you can overwinter it or bring it inside. Now, as far as succulents and cactus, you can see right here, Oasis is what provides to I'm sorry, I said Home Depot, but actually it is Lowe's right over here for $9.98. What an interesting echeveria right here. And I mentioned Home Depot because if you didn't watch the video previous to this video that premiered, it was the Anthurium Dock Block Michelle Proven Winner Leaf Joy video that I found at a Home Depot. And I'm just going to say a little bit in terms of just trending plants here. So what's interesting is whenever you create a video featuring a trending plant like the Anthurium Dock Block Michelle, you'll get people coming out of the woodworks, out of nowhere, asking for the location of the big box store. And granted, you've never interacted with these people. They don't follow you on your social media. They're not subscribed to your YouTube channel. But when it comes to a trending popular plant like the Anthurium Dock Block Michelle, you'll just get a bunch of new people just interacting with you, which I think is kind of funny, kind of silly, but also tells you how plants can become very much social media driven, in a sense that if it's a trending plant, if it's a plant that people want on their wish list, they will go at lengths to try to find that plant. So I found that interesting. If you haven't had a chance to watch my Home Depot big box store plant shopping video featuring the Anthurium Dock Block Michelle, definitely check it out. It is quite interesting because I don't reveal the location of that big box store until the very end, and I'm pretty sure by the time this video currently premieres, all of those Anthurium Dock Block Michelles, all 40 of them, I think will be sold out, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will make the really long drive to get to that Home Depot, but we'll see. I'll give you guys an update of that. But as you can see right here, plant foldies, I'm just in a really good mood to just be chatty today, so you'll have to excuse me, especially for the new ones that maybe found this video through YouTube recommendations. But I'm going to be very chatty today because I have a lot of plant insights. Like for instance, $8.98. I really love the look of this particular plant. I've actually had one before. This one can be put in full sun, at least the one I had last year, and it did very well for me. It actually gave me some really good variegation. You know, those dark foliage plants, I always say that they are very much elegant and beautiful, and you can see mine actually had this type of variegation where it really pushed out some interesting variegation like that. There are a lot of outdoor garden plants that most people would probably ignore and just put as an outdoor garden plant, but there are plants that you can grow indoors. Now, I don't really think hostas, this one is for $19.88, would actually do well indoors long term because it's a perennial plant. But you know, it's one of those plants I find quite interesting because it's got that green on green variegation. Very beautiful plant. And then you can see right over here lots of tropical plants to really look at. This one right here is another alocasia container. This one is for Not a bad price, $19.88 in a 10-inch planter. This one can actually be grown in a landscape outdoors because it does go dormant. So even for my grow zone, which is 8B, alocasias can come back year after year. So I find that interesting. That one would need to be in more of a shaded area. And then you can see over here, we've got some more Costa Farms container plants. This one is definitely a beautiful cordyline Hawaiian tea plant. And let's just spin around here. And I'm just going to show you more of the container plants and what they have available. Have no fear. I will be showing you guys all of the indoor tropical plants. So don't swipe away. Don't click away. I hope you continue to watch this video because there's so many beautiful plants. But with spring 2025 around and just the gardening peak, I like to showcase a lot of these outdoor plants because I love outdoor gardening. I recently got some new furry babies that I will actually showcase on my YouTube membership tier. Stay tuned for that. But I've been spending a lot of time outdoors and just really admiring my outdoor garden, which I have yet to feature for the plant foldies. Super plant foldies, you get first dibs on that content, which will be arriving to the YouTube channel shortly. But let me just walk around here and just pick up some plants, show you some plants, and let me know what you think in the comments section. See that there's so many different tropical shrubs. I love hibiscus plants as well. And you know, as far as hibiscus plants, you want to make sure that these flowering shrubs are put in full sun or as much sun as possible because that is what they prefer. They also need consistent watering, and you can see that the rain has just happened, and look at how beautiful this one is right here. Just sometimes taking the time to just admire a flower or a bloom is all we need to just bring us joy. Plants are supposed to bring us joy. Plants make people happy. I know creating plant shopping videos for the plant foldy community makes me so happy. And I did want to also shout out all of those that continue to go watch Peta's Planters Instagram live selling. Angeline, Eric, and all the other plant foldies. D, thank you so much for tuning in and purchasing plants on the Instagram live at Peta's Planters. It is a huge deal when we support local small businesses like Peta's Planters. She is the center for all of those aglaonemas. So if you want to hashtag popularize aglaonemas, definitely check that out. I am just really excited in the fact that there are so many new content that's going to be coming out on this channel. Cultivation Corner Season 3 will be filming very soon. If you haven't already, definitely check out Cultivation Corner because we have just finished Season 2 finale, and it was a pretty spicy one at to say the least. And as far as all of the plants here, again, I am also into bonsai. So I recently bought an Encore Azalea Autumn Lily for $15.98. I will be creating that as a pre-bonsai. And for those that don't know what bonsai is the art of creating a miniature tree in a shallow container where you shape it to look like a tree. I love it. It is a very traditional Japanese art. It's got a long history, and it's another type of growing plants that's a little bit more curated, a little bit more artistic than, say, maybe indoor tropical plants. So I am going to show you that as well. But I also want to show you this. So this is a really interesting alocasia by Monrova Plants. I love the stems. I just take a look at the plant ID. This is the Royal Hawaiian Punch Elephant Ear Royal Hawaiian Punch Alocasia by Monrova Plants. Beautiful plant. This one would make a perfect container plant. And again, this plant will probably go dormant because it is an alocasia. And if you grow this outdoors and the days get shorter in the fall, as well as the weather gets cooler, it's definitely going to signal it to go dormant. And I did want to show you this Peruvian lilies. I really love the variegation on this leaf. It is another Monrova plant. And you know, Monrova, they just have some amazing plants. I would say that they're more on the pricey end, but you do get a quality, healthy plant, especially if you're into gardening, outdoor gardening, and landscaping. And I did want to shout out Miracle Grow. Some people have their opinions on that fertilizer, but I love using all-purpose Miracle Grow fertilizer. I think it does the job for my plants. And as far as hostas, again, I'm going to spend a little time showing you these hostas. This one is the stained glass hosta by Monrova Plants. I mean, look at that neon color variegation. Now, hostas, again, are perennial plants, which means depending on your grow zone, they will actually come back year after year. And I love that. And there's so many different varieties of hostas. I might actually bite the bullet and buy a hosta and see if I can grow them indoors. You know, as far as my houseplant tour, I've been working on it for a while. I'm just trying to get all of my Aglaonema in place and really making sure that it is a well-edited video, not just a point-and-shoot video that I typically do for my big box or plant shopping videos. I really want to take some time to have some insights and really show you some of my plant styling. So stay tuned for that. But for now, like this one right here, I really like this, the Sunset Grooves hosta. It reminds me of like a Manjula pothos. Let me know in the comment section if you agree. Just the round leaf shapes and even the variegation kind of reminds me of a Manjula pothos, which is my second most favorite pothos. But I mean, look at this. Love the coloration on it. This is a beautiful outdoor plant that you can grow. Now, these ones would require more of a shaded area or protection from the hot afternoon sun. So if you were to like put it in a landscape where you get east facing light, morning light, and then it gets shade by like noontime, that would be a perfect location for your hostas. So let me just keep picking up these hostas and we're going to move on to the next couple of plants. If you made it this far into the video and you haven't already, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I love seeing that our plant community is continuing to grow. The video where I featured the Desert Escape Costa Farms rare cactus and succulents has really gotten us a lot of subscribers, over 50 from that particular video. And I really do believe it's because people press the thumbs up or like button. So if you can, especially if you are one that likes daily plant shopping videos, or at least I attempt to, press the thumbs up or like button for this video. Now, as far as all the other plants I'm showing you, I've been on a coleus kick. Just like how I love Aglaonemas, I absolutely love coleus, and they're easy to care for plants. They're very colorful plants. These plants are typically considered a outdoor patio plant or an annual that you can put in your landscape, but will only grow for one growing season. This one is for $1.98, and I ended up getting this. I called this the goldfish coleus plant because it's got a beautiful orange tone about it, and I recently bought one. I still need a pot up, and you can see right here, Lowe's has some amazing price deals, things that are on sale, 2 for $15 for these hanging baskets of vinca flowers. And vinca flowers are super heat tolerant and drought tolerant. So if you are in a state like mine, Texas, where it gets super hot in the summers, over 100-degree weather, if you want to grow flowers and you want them to be a little bit more drought tolerant, vinca flowers, I mean, look at how beautiful the blooms are for this one, are what I would recommend going and putting in your garden. And for those that actually grow plants outdoors, let me know in the comment section what your go-to garden plant is, what you like to grow outdoors. I like to grow a variety of flowering plants, herbs and vegetables, and obviously Japanese maples. I did also want to show you a couple of plant products that I like to use for some of my plants. I like to use a lot of these organic plant tones, like for instance my soil acidifiers. I use that for my azaleas as well as my Japanese maples because they prefer more acidic soil. It makes the plant more efficient in taking nutrients and water whenever their soil is at more acidic, as well as garden lime. So for my plants that like more pH balance, garden lime. So for instance, my ginkgo biloba trees like that. And then you can just see all of these organic fertilizer mixes that you can use. You know, it really just depends. I would say try out the different types of fertilizers. If you are more of an organic person, then definitely try like Weed the Wild Grow Concentrate. But if you don't mind using synthetic fertilizers like Miracle Grow, I would recommend using even Miracle Grow. Miracle Grow is one of my go-to fertilizers. I use the all-purpose 20-20-20 Miracle Grow fertilizer. And if you're looking to increase your yield in terms of blooms, Scott's Super Bloom fertilizer is great. It is more on a pricey price for it, but it does really promote a lot of bloom. So if you want a lot of vegetables, definitely use a bloom booster like that, a Super Bloom fertilizer and an Osmocote. Mix this into your soil substrates and you will get some slow release fertilizers. It is a really good fertilizer. I would recommend Osmocote Fertilizer Plus, and that's one I would use. I know some of the plant foldies have sent me direct messages about some of the plant products I use. And now we're going to go into the indoor tropical plant section right here. So I'm going to show you a couple of Live Trends plants. You can see that they have some that are just growing in straight water. This is a Dracaena Sandriana right here, just a lucky bamboo, and you can see that it is for $12.98 in this little propagation station by Live Trends Design Plants. You know, with Live Trends Design Plants, they have very modern looking plants. That aesthetic is real. I love it, and it's part of what I like to put in my plant collections. But I did want to pick up a bunch of these Costa Farms exotic angel plants. So these ones in 5-inch planters are for $8.98. This is a Dracaena Lime Light, and it's one that can get fairly large. It's low light tolerant, drought tolerant, underrated plant. You need to go ahead and add it into your collection because it's an easy to care for plant. So I will be picking up some more plants and just kind of showing you what they have available at this Lowe's location. I like to take you along with me to go shopping, and hopefully I will inspire you to find some easy to care for plants today. This is a plant foldy favorite. This is another Hydra Helix. Say it with me, guys. Hydra Helix. Or the correct way to say it, you already know, Hedera Helix, or English Ivy. For those that are new to the channel, I hope I didn't scare you guys off with a random shout of Hydra Helix, but it's basically me mispronouncing a plant name. It's actually Hedera Helix. This is the English Ivy, the infamous English Ivy, which has been dubbed as one of the most difficult plants to grow indoors because it is a spider mite prone plant. But as you can see right here, this Lowe's location has quite a bit of exotic angel plants. These will range from $5.98 for the 3-inch planters, and then for the 5-inch planters, $8.98. You can see this one right here is a Dracaena Dorado. It's got more of a broad leaf green tone about it. Love it as well. That is another easy to care for plant. One that a lot of people just really are not into Dracaenas, which I think is a shame because it's one of those plants that you don't have to do much. You just water when the soil is completely dry. If you have a lower light space, you can still put it in there and it will do well. And so there's a plethora of different types of exotic angel plants by Costa Farms. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a couple, the ones that you will notably see whenever you go to a big box store to go shopping. Right here we have an Amy Dieffenbachia. I really love the look of this one because look at how highly variegated this Dieffenbachia is. I actually have 2 Dieffenbachias. Both of them actually I bought from greenspaces.id, which is an Indonesian nursery. They were able to provide a beautiful Dieffenbachia mint. I am currently acclimating it for my friend Steven of I Live Plants. Definitely check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. He's got an amazing houseplant tour. But as far as Dieffenbachias, you know, if you can give them consistent watering and bright light, you can grow them. And I also love showing you guys all of these urban jungle ceramic planters. This one is a neon pothos or Epipremnum aureum neon. This one is only for $15.98 in a ceramic hanging basket planter. I love it. That is my favorite pothos, and you can see why. It's just such a bright plant. And you know, I think bright, colorful plants really just bring out joy for me. It just makes me happy to just look at. And then you can see right here, this is a Live Trends design planter. This one is actually a philodendron heteroraceum silver stripes, because you can see that it's not a Brazil. Brazil would not have the white creamy variegation. So I love the fact that Live Trends Design even has more of the uncommon philodendron heteroraceum. That one is for $16.98. And in urban jungle planters, look at this large Scindapsus right here. I really love it. And you know, Scindapsus, that is another genus of plants that I would like to get into because there's so many varieties that you can pick and choose from. And if you like that silver foliage, I would go with a Scindapsus. And then look at this. This one is $16.98. This is a Mona Lisa lipstick plant, and this one is in a 6-inch planter by Costa Farms. You know, as far as Costa Farms hanging baskets, I prefer the 6-inch planters. They're a little bit more manageable. You can hang them a little bit easier, and they don't take up a lot of surface space in terms of your ceiling. And let's go ahead, plant foldies, and continue to walk around here. It looks like this Lowe's location needs a little bit more of a restock. Typically this location has more, but I'm still happy to show you guys these plants, like $12.98. Again, 6-inch planter. This one's not in a self-watering planter by Costa Farms, so that one's a little bit more cost effective. And then we also have Dieffenbachia right over here. So really love the look of that. And you know, I did want to go touch base on some of the plants that we are seeing at big box stores. I love the fact that even if these are the plants that we would see on a normal basis, what I like is that they are readily available. So I hope that you guys will you know, actually listen to some of my plant recommendations. Like for instance, this is another Live Trends design plant. This is a Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. So you can see that this one right here has just that green on green variegation. Love the heart-shaped leaves. This is also known as the heart-shaped leaf philodendron. Love it for only $16.98. I would recommend even buying this one because it's super full. It's already trailing. It's healthy, and it's by Live Trends Design Plants. That is a stunner. And I love curated hanging baskets like this by Live Trends Design. I did want to take a little bit of time to just show you how beautiful the variegation is. Let me know in the comments section, plant foldies, what you think about the Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. Do you have these? Do you collect them? Because I definitely do. And then you can even see right here, we've got a Philodendron Hederaceum silver stripe, so you can see that there is a stark difference between that philodendron. You can see that it has more of a cream streak on it, or like a silver streak. Love that as well. This is another Live Trends design planter. Love that as well, and it's also for $16.98. I just really like the details and nuances of these particular planters. There is a lot of thought process when it comes down to Live Trends. I love Live Trends Designs. If you guys are not already following them on Instagram, follow them on Instagram. Comment on their comments or in their posts. Let them know you are a plant foldie and we support them. You know, as far as my social media presence, I am all about trying to support other businesses, whether it's local businesses, big box stores, or anybody that just has a dream to share plants, sell plants. And hopefully we are going to continue to have a positive, safe environment for us to just celebrate plants. You already know me, plant foldies. I am repetitive. I love to talk. And number one thing I do not tolerate is negativity, especially in the comment section. So be forewarned, if you are going to leave feedback, please do so in a tactful, most constructive way, not in a way where you are accusatory or just attacking somebody, because that will be pinned and that will be seen by everybody, so you can reflect on some of that negativity. I just have to say, you know, plant foldies, y'all are the best viewers and subscribers because you always come out and really put people in place. That's one thing that I thought about whenever I created a daily plant shopping video, is really not tolerating negativity. And that's the reason why I can say Hydra Helix and not get roasted, because I can be my most authentic self. And I have to say thank you guys for always embracing who I am as a person, how I am in the way I present my content, because social media, and that's just more commentary I wanted to say, social media really wants to dictate how people should be, not how people are. And that to me is a very powerful mantra that I want to put out there. Be who you are, as long as you are not attacking anybody, as long as that you're not hurting anybody. Be your most authentic self. Do not feel the need to succumb to social media norms, or feeling like you are not adequate. You are more than enough. And I want everybody that tunes into my videos, as we celebrate and look at these beautiful plants, for instance, to always remember that you are an individual that enjoys plants, and whatever plants you like, whether it's trending plants or if it's a common, basic, easy to care for plant, let's do it. Let's celebrate it. Let's shout it for the world and just send good vibes only. Can we all commit to just having good vibes only and really uplifting and just inspiring people? So that's my little message for everybody today in terms of positivity. Hopefully that becomes more of a current thing, because I know that some people might be struggling with something, and I didn't even realize how powerful some of these plant shopping videos have become for people's daily routines. I look forward to actually chatting with you guys on the live premiere chats. I like to get to know everybody on a more personal basis and really celebrate people's milestones on their plant wins or even their daily lives. So, this is just a message of positivity for everybody. And again, thank you guys for just walking around and listening to me, chat for about an hour. So let's get back to the plant. So one plant I did want to show you right here is a trending tropicals plant, $19.98. This is a Costa Farms trending tropical plant, Empipremnum pinnatum, Baltic blue pothos. So this one is actually endemic to my home country, which is the Philippines. And if you live in the United States, this month is actually Asian Pacific Islander month. So let's celebrate being Asian Pacific Islander, whether you are an ally or if you're just somebody that knows Asian Pacific Islanders. This is our month to really celebrate and create visibility. As a proud Filipino American, I encourage anybody that is a kababayan or a countryman to leave comments in the comment section. Say kamusta, mabuhay, whatever, and let everybody know that we do have a strong presence even in the plant community, because a lot of the plants that we find actually at big box stores, here's the thing, Plant Foldies actually hails from my home country, which is the Philippines. And when I went and visited the Philippines last year in July, a lot of these plants were just growing out in the jungles. And so whenever I was filming content, people found it hilarious because they don't consider the plants that we're picking up, like for instance, this Syndapsis, as a indoor house plant. Indoor house plant does not really exist. It's kind of like if we were to take a shrub or a bush that we grow in our landscapes in the United States and try to grow them indoors. It's kind of that same concept. And so for me, whenever you are going to look at plants for care tips, I would say do a online search and ask, for the native environment of that plant. You will see or have an idea of whether that plant requires lower light conditions, higher humidity levels, cooler environments, drier conditions. That's a really good way to indicate what type of environment you need to give that plant, because at the end of the day, and I know I've been super chatty today, and I feel great about being super chatty, is you want to see how quickly you can emulate your environment for the plant. So if you have higher levels of light, that's always going to be ideal. If you have lower levels of light, that is going to be for more plants that you can put in, that are a little bit more low light tolerant, for instance. Or if you find plants that are a little bit more drought tolerant, that's probably what you want to put in your collection, because then you're not having to worry about overwatering them because of your daily activities. Like I tend to not water my plants for quite a while, and it's because I stay busy. And that's really the plight of actually being in love, obsessed, or even having a plant addiction. And yes, I do have a plant addiction, and no, I will not stop talking about plant addiction. I literally had somebody in the comment section tell me to just shut up about plant addictions, and I think that is another conversation that we need to have, because it is real. We can joke about plant addictions, but at the end of the day, sometimes plant addictions can be very much a negative impact in, say, our finances, our well-being in terms of just obsessive behavior on certain plants that we don't need, stresses of over-consuming plants, and, et cetera. The list goes on. But, as far as these plants, we just want to make sure, or at least I try to tell people, that plants need to be bringing some type of joy to you. Plants need to be more intentionally bought, meaning that if you buy a plant, there is a very specific intention about it, and that will prevent you from just hoarding plants. Now, am I hoarding plants? Yes, I am. I'm definitely hoarding a lot of Aglaonema, for instance. I don't know if you're in the same boat. For anybody, especially the super plant foldies, do you just see an Aglaonema, even if it's just one that you don't have, and you just feel the natural inclination to buy it because it's an Aglaonema you do not have. I really want to know in the comments section how you feel about that, because I am in that boat where if I see an aglaonema I don't have, I will buy it. Or better yet, if I see an aglaonema I already have, I just feel the inclination to buy it. So let me know your insights for that. But in terms of all of the plants right over here, you can see we've got a lot of beautiful plants. These are mostly from Costa Farms. Like this peace lily is for $12.98. Really love the look of this plant. Again, peace lilies for me, however, don't grow in my collection because they're very, very thirsty plants. And I just can't give them the care that they deserve, if that makes any sense. Now, as far as all the other plants right here, I mean, look at this. I love showing you guys the aglaonema red siam. It is one of the most basic but most overlooked plants on the face of the planet. But this is such a beautiful plant. Look at the borders, the red borders of this plant, the pink stems. It is low light tolerant. It is drought tolerant. It is one that you could readily find at a big box store. So if you're watching this video, that is only $15.98. Buy an aglaonema red siam. I'm going to be flat out transparent. I want to influence you to buying an aglaonema red siam because look at that. This is probably a plant that you may not have taken a look at, but it is an easy to care for plant. The trick with aglaonemas is to not overwater them. So you just need to wait till the soil is completely dry and then water it. That is it. And it will grow for you. It's a little bit of a slower grower, but needless to say, it's still an easy to care for plant. And it's one that I want to raise a popularity. So again, if you have social media like Instagram or Facebook, use the hashtag popularize aglaonema as the hashtag. Tag me at growfolds. That's actually a quick way to connect with other plant foldies that have social media. So definitely check that out and definitely check out this beautiful bird's nest fern. I love the serrated leaves. And as I pan away over here, I mean, take a look at this. This is still a pretty full Lowe's location. And that's the reason why it's amazing to live out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you are a plant lover and you're looking for a place to move to because there's so many plants available, whether it's big box stores or amazing local plant shops like Peta's Planters, DFW has it. Now over here we have another Live Trends design plant. This one is an aglaonema Nicole. I love an aglaonema Nicole because even if it's just a green plant, look at the borders of the leaves. It even has some little striping on it. This is another easy to care for plant. This one is only for $19.98, and this is another Live Trends design plant. I hope that Live Trends Design will actually create another trend by just sourcing out more aglaonemas that other nurseries may not have. You know, Indonesia, Thailand, those are places that, you know, these nurseries could possibly source out aglaonema in the masses because look at this. This one is another urban jungle planter. This one is also for $19.84. This one is an aglaonema golden bay, and I actually have 3 aglaonema golden bays, and the reason being is they're very easy to care for. I am a huge fan of the white stems of this aglaonema, low light tolerant, drought tolerant, and it's actually a pretty fast grower. And in terms of air purification, aglaonemas are listed as one of the most efficient plants to actually purify your air. So if you want clean, fresh air in your environment, definitely add aglaonema. So you already know I have a very intentional way about utilizing my social media presence, and that's really to hashtag popularize aglaonema and get everybody on board with it. You know, I will be going to PlantCon 2025 in Houston, at least that Saturday. I can't believe that it's just a couple weeks away, and I definitely want to see what plants are available. I can tell you that the trending plants like anthuriums, variegated monstera, Hoyas, those are going to be the plants that people will go after. But I have so many beautiful aglaonema coming to me all the way from Thailand and Indonesia. Shout out to Live with Plants. My friend Sarut will be bringing some plants from Thailand. And then also shout out to artgarden.flowers. Follow them on Instagram. Riki, y'all need to go buy plants from Riki's booth at PlantCon. And if you ever are interested in getting overseas plants, you can go through artgarden.flowers or Green Spaces ID, and they will make it to where you don't necessarily have to have an import license. They will actually get the broker to import the plants, and then the broker broker will go ahead and ship the plants to you. So that's really the easiest route whenever you want to get some more imported plants for Aglaonema and some of the other more uncommon plants that are hard to find in the United States. But in terms of a common plant, Epipremnum, Aureum, Pearls and Jade Pothos, for instance, right here, it's another beautiful plant. And as far as the plants that we are seeing today, I mean, beautiful Dracaena, Lemon Surprise, for instance, by Live Trends Design. This one has a couple of plants in it. I really love that neon color, and it's just another plant that is easy. Easy plants is what we need to add. Easy plants is what is needing to be a trending plant, because the harder plants to grow, the ones that you need like a million humidifiers, special grow lights, special soil substrates, it just makes it a little bit more stressful to maintain plants. We need plants to where we can just set them and slightly forget them. Not forget them all the way, because I've done that before and have pretty much destroyed a whole plant collection, but plants that are just not finicky. Now this Ficus lyrata right over here, mine is actually not as finicky as you think. I don't even water it consistently. It was one that I rescued because it was for only 99 cents in a 6-inch planter, and it's doing very well for me. Phalaenopsis orchids, I'm going to go pan and show you these beautiful plants. This is another one where I am just a fan of the beautiful blooms, and it's just a plant that is pretty much available any time of the year. As I spin around here, plant foldies, I mean, take a look at all of these gorgeous plants. We've got a Pachira aquatica, we've got some bird of paradise, and we have this really interesting looking peace lily or spathiphyllum bloom. You can see it's split into two. What an interesting bloom right here. And I've noticed that it's a pretty large one as well. That's a beautiful plant, and you can see right there, that is actually the flower, that pointy part right there. And peace lilies, I think that they're also underrated plants. They are considered very low light tolerant plants because they don't need nearly as much light. The only problem is they are just very thirsty plants. And I did want to just spin around here and show you some of the planters here. I really love the planters that they have at Lowe's, especially this one, $29.98. I just don't have the funds just yet to invest in getting this planter, but if you've been watching my videos for about a year, I've been talking about this ginkgo planter for a while. It is one that I really love, and I would love to add that into my collection as well. There's certain planters that I don't mind having certain textures or patterns, and that would be one of them. Now, plant foldies, we're gonna go ahead and round out this video today and just look at some more of the Live Trend Design plants and also urban jungle plants. This one right here is $24.98. This is a philodendron hederaceum, just the green form, but you can see that the terracotta planter has been hand painted, which I find very beautiful. Not necessarily my plant aesthetic, but if you are into more of these textures and patterns, urban jungle plants are amazing. I love them and recommend them as well because you can find them specifically at Lowe's. I would even just say that Lowe's again is still going to be the #1 big box store plant source. So if you're looking for cheap, inexpensive houseplants, go to Lowe's to go shopping. This one right here, for instance, $13.98. It's a philodendron moonlight, beautiful philodendron. It's one that I would recommend adding to your plant collection. It's one that I feel like everybody should add to their collection. Those types of philodendrons are easy. And then you can see right here, this is a plant. Let's take a look. $24.98. The planter is fire for me. I love it. But this is a plant that I was told was low drought tolerant, but it is not. It's actually a harder plant to grow. It's a very unique plant. I love the purple undersides, but it's just one that's not going to grow well for me. And so that is a plant that I'm going to have to skip away from. But you can see there is an urban jungle version. So you can just see it's the same plant, but different plant aesthetic in terms of the planter. This one is more of a terracotta look about it, which I like the color of terracotta. I think it's very classic as well. All of my aglaonemas that I have received are actually being potted up using Classy Rabbit soil. So again, go to classyrabbit.com. It is soil substrate that I love to use, but I use terracotta planters. And look at this Homalomena Shelby. This is a plant that I do want to add to my collection. I've been told that it is a finicky plant, but I do love the leaves, the velvety textures. It almost reminds me of a cross between an aglaonema and a Dieffenbachia. Feel free to leave in the comment section if you agree what your plant insights are. And if you made it this far into the video and you haven't already, can I ask you to please press the thumbs up or like button? I'd really appreciate that. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And here is another Homalomena Shelby, $24.98. You can see that the planter is hand painted and it is gorgeous. So I'm going to take these two down right here and you let me know in the comment section which one you like. I think these are beautiful plants. This is definitely a plant I want to add to my plant collection for sure. It's a gorgeous one. It's one that we need to add into our plant collections. We just need to I need to do research on just the plant care tips. So if you have any idea, leave that in the comment section below. But I am enjoying just picking up these plants. I know that there was a huge hype for the Home Depot big box store plant shopping video I did for the Anthurium Dock Block Michelle. If you haven't already, please check it out. It's quite interesting the amount of engagement that particular video has, and I'm pretty sure this video may not get as much engagement because I'm not really featuring a trending tropical plant, but it's one that the other ones will you know, people will still take a look at. Like, I still want to try to get aglaonemas popularized. For those that actually are not following PETA's planters on Instagram, follow PETA's planters on Instagram. I mean, she gave a free variegated Monstera. She gave a free Monstera mint, for instance, a free variegated Monstera Adansonii. She has some amazing giveaways, and she was selling Alocasia Fridex for only $12. Variegated Alocasia Fridex for $12. So she will be doing some more live Instagram selling on Instagram, so at PETA's planters, and she'll have a lot of aglaonemas. To the plant foldies that go on there and use the hashtag popularize aglaonema, use that hashtag on the PETA's planters live selling if you want to see her show more aglaonemas. I definitely will sell them for you, so definitely check that out. And as far as the plants here, again, I'm just pulling up a bunch of these bromeliads, $13.98 by Costa Farms. Let me know what you think of these plants. I actually find this one really cute as well. I love the coloration. My Hoya heads, look at this Hoya Wayeti. I love that. This is amazing. I love that as well for only $20.84. And then look at how beautiful this Fittonia is. I swear, Fittonias, if I could just grow them in my space, I would totally do it. But I just know that I need to just enjoy them at a big box store. $20.98. I'd rather just enjoy them at a big box store because they look perfect, because I just don't want to have the heartbreak of sending them to plant heaven. I don't know if that's just the new mindset I have, where instead of buying a plant because you feel the need to buy it, you can just go big box store plant shopping and just go window shopping. You can just watch that and check that out. I know that as far as that is concerned, I would just say go window shopping. It's the best option, especially if you're trying to save money. I love just looking at these Dracaena Lemon Surprise self-watering planter by Costa Farms, $15.98. Easy to care for plant, one that I always want to just recommend to anybody. And then a lot of the plants I'll be picking up actually right here. Philodendron Birkin, for instance, $15.98. You can see that it's a new self-watering planter texture. Really like the look of that. And this is another easy to care for plant I would recommend from Costa Farms. And we're just going to continue to walk around and take a look at some more of the plants. We've got a Syndapsis Trubii Moonlight right next to it. Love that silver foliage. That's a trending tropical plant for $19.98 by Costa Farms. Again, Syndapsis, that is another type of genus of plants that is becoming more popular, especially with the more variegated varieties coming out from overseas. So we'll see what the market brings in terms of the Syndapsis, but I do love the metallic silver foliage that Syndapsis brings. They'll call it the silver pothos, even though it is not an Epipremnum aureum. It's its own little genus of family. So, but as far as Syndapsis, they do grow similar to pothos. They're just a little bit slower growing. And I'm just going to keep walking around here and showing you some more of the views of these indoor tropical plants. Feel free to chime in again in the comment section. Let me know what plants you're getting, because I will be rounding out this video soon, but we'll see what other plants they have available right over here. This urban jungle plant, $24.98. Philodendron Summer Glory. This is another underrated philodendron, but one I believe everybody should add in their plant collection. It gets actually quite large. It's got a very beautiful satin finish to its leaves, and it's easy to care for as well. It's one that I have in my plant collection. It's one that I don't think a lot of people talk about, but it is a beautiful philodendron. I mean, look at that satin finish on the leaves. That is only for $24.98. And with urban jungle plants, like I said, again, they are just amazing to find, in terms of cheap and inexpensive plants. see, plant foldies, we've got some cheap and inexpensive plants. Absolutely love them from Urban Jungles, only $13.98. So if you're looking for some really funky looking planters, Urban Jungle has it. I mean, take a look at the Sansevieria. I even love the deep green tone that the Sansevieria has. You know, that's another plant that I would say is one of my favorites to grow is Sansevierias, because they are lower light tolerant, very forgiving, and there's many rare varieties. If you ever check out succulentsasia.com, you can source out a lot of those Sansevierias, and the ones I got from overseas are doing extremely well. There is an unboxing video for it, and I did want to just put it out there, plant foldies. At the end of all of my videos, there will be videos that pop up on the top right and top right and bottom right on the screen. Definitely click on those if you want to binge some more content. I'd love that engagement as well. And then in terms of just my playlist, if you feel the need to just play some of my videos long playing while you're doing your plant chores, just open up one of my playlists. Definitely check out my origami videos. If you are not sure why I call my YouTube channel Grow Folds, the folds as in FOLDS is because I used to create origami content, basically origami ASMR, where I was teaching people how to make an origami paper crane. So if you're a plant foldy, I want to see if you guys could learn how to make an origami paper crane. Maybe leave a comment and see. That way I will know that you actually watch my origami videos. But that's something that is very old school Grow Folds plant foldy content. So anyways, let me just keep walking around here and just giving you another rundown on some of the plants that we have available before I end this video. Like I said again, I just really appreciate that you guys continue to just, you know, watch my videos as I pick up the plants that you probably saw yesterday. But yes, let's see what we have right over here. We have a bunch of these gorgeous Dieffenbachia, pothos plants, and just more exotic angel plants. Again, plant foldies. Which plants have you bought at a Lowe's? What do you think about this Lowe's location? If you would actually buy plants from this location, I would. There are a couple of ones that I would buy. I would definitely buy the Aglaonema Red Siam, the Aglaonema Nicole, because I am on an Aglaonema kick. Stay tuned in the next week or two. I have another unboxing of Aglaonema. Definitely check out my unboxing video of Aglaonema from artgarden.flowers. It's on my playlist. And if you haven't already, please consider joining my YouTube membership tier, Super Plant Foldies, for only $2.99. That's literally a Starbucks drink or a snack, but you get all of my exclusive personalized plant content. As always, my name is Richie at Grow Folds. Please subscribe, press the subscribe button with all the notification bell on. I will have another brand new video for you tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be an exciting video, something a little bit different. And for now, I'll see you then. Bye. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at the Walmart off of West Plano, Texas. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video, as well as follow me on Instagram at Grow Folds. That is the fastest and most direct way to get in touch with me. If you have any questions about the plants I feature, I would love to connect with each and every one of you. And for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie, and I do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos highlighting ways on how to save money on plants, plant care tips, and anything related to indoor tropical plants or outdoor garden plants. But as you can see right here, I actually filmed super early many episodes for our YouTube channel. On Tuesday morning, I woke up at about 5:30 in the morning and drove myself down to West Plano, Texas to see a couple of big box stores. This is one of them, and I haven't been at this Walmart for a while, but I remember going to this particular Walmart because they had a really good selection of indoor tropical plants, specifically by Costa Farms and Growers Bench plants. So we'll see what that all looks like, what we will find, and there's always going to be surprises whenever we go big box store plant shopping. This is why you must go shop with me today to see what kind of plants we will find, things that we can do to save money. And then later in the other half of this video, I will be going to another big box store, Lowe's, out in Frisco, Texas, to go shopping for some more plants. So it's going to be a two-part episode today. So once I'm done shopping at Walmart, I will drive further up north to go to Frisco, Texas. But before we get into the shopping, I did want to go ahead and talk about Classy Rabbit soil. If you've never heard about Classy Rabbit soil, my first question is, have you ever pooped on your plants? If not, you definitely need to get Classy Rabbit because you must poop on your plants. This is actually 100% naturally sourced ingredients, specifically with rabbit manure and some other things that are amazing as well. So we were going to see what kind of soil we are working with today. So I will be potting up my aglaonema that I bought from Peta's Planters, a local plant shop in Dallas, Texas. And you can see right here, this soil is a complete soil. It is made by farmers, so you can already tell that this soil has all the nutrients that are required to really establish the roots of the plant, and that's really the main thing that we want to do. It has some natural mycorrhizae, which helps establish the root system, and when you have a strong root system for your plants, that is when your plants are going to really push out some great growth. You can see that it's super chunky, it's got pumice, it's got rice hulls, it's got yucca extracts, it's got a lot of goodness over in this Classy Rabbit soil. You can shop Classy Rabbit. Just go to classyrabbit.com and place your order. They do offer free shipping, but Classy Rabbit will actually be at PlantCon 2025 in Houston, Texas, May 31st, June 1st, and they are doing an amazing big giveaway for a 1-year free supply of Classy Rabbit soil. If you are going to be attending PlantCon Houston, in order to enter, you must go to classyrabbit.com and actually follow the PlantCon order link where you're going to be ordering or pre-ordering PlantCon for pickup. So you would actually use the promo code PlantCon where you will be doing your pickup for Classy Rabbit soil at Houston PlantCon. Do not use the Classy Rabbit promo if you are not going to be going to PlantCon, but if you are going to Houston PlantCon, use the pickup or pre-order pickup, and you will be able to enter at least one entry for Classy Rabbit soil. And for me, I will definitely be doing my order. I will show you guys how to place a pre-order and pick up for Classy Rabbit soil. But you can see right there, that was super fast draining, and I use it for all my aglaonema. They are doing fabulous. So plant foldies, go ahead and shop classyrabbit.com. If you are going to Houston PlantCon, go ahead and follow the PlantCon link to do your pre-order and use the promo code Classy Rabbit, and that gives you one entry to win a 1-year free supply of Classy Rabbit soil. I will ask you, don't you want to poop on your plants for a free whole year? I do. So as you can see right here, plant foldies, we are now walking into the West Plano, Texas Walmart. I am excited to see what kind of plants we're going to be finding here. I am not 100% sure. The one thing I did want to highlight about going big box or plant shopping is, as you can see right here, there is nobody really shopping, which makes it a little bit easier for me to go big box or plant shopping. I try not to get people in my videos because I do want to respect privacy for anybody that is out in public, and it's the same thing with the workers. So if you notice, for the year and a half I have been doing big box or plant shopping, you can at least give me credit that I do not get people in the frames, or at least try not to, because I want to respect people's privacy. But we are going to be going to the lawn and garden outdoor section at Walmart, and we're going to see what they have. You can see right there, $38.74. You've got a mixed planter, and they've just got a lot of outdoor gardening supplies. That is something that I've been really investing in because I love outdoor gardening as well. So we're going to be visiting the outdoor garden section as well as looking at the indoor tropical plants. You can see right here that this Walmart is actually really nicely merchandised. Look at all of these grills. Is everybody ready to go barbecue season? I mean, summer is just around the corner. Things have gotten a little bit hot, and let's just look at their patio section. can see right over here, plant foldies. Look at all of these gorgeous patio selections right over here. Makes me want to just redo my outdoor patio and go shopping at Walmart. That's the thing about Walmart. You will find cost-effective plants, cost-effective plant pricing, and just cost-effective everything on anything you want to buy there. You can see right here, this is a beautiful pink blooming anthurium. This is another plant that I feel like is super underrated, because whenever anybody talks about anthuriums or anthurium plants, you know, your aroid addicts, your aroid lovers, they never really put this in their list, even though this is a legitimate anthurium. But as you can see right here, I will go ahead and spin out here and just take a little gander of the outdoor tropical section or the outdoor gardening plants. We've got many different varieties of mandevilla. For instance, this is the Island Bloom series by Costa Farms. So you can see mandevilla flowers. Those are considered annuals where I am based at, which is in North Dallas. But as you can see right here, beautiful Tuesday morning. I am off on Tuesdays, and I just like to spend my time being very productive with my days off. And I'm going to ramble on a little bit and just be a little chattery. Feel free to mute me if you want to just look at the plants, because for those that are new to the channel, I am very chatty. Plant foldies know this. I know this about myself, but as I said again, I love to be very much talkative. I might be repetitive, but I do want to always be my most authentic self. But you can see right here, plant foldies. What a beautiful garden section in the Walmart at West Plano, Texas. You can see there are many different types of plants, from flowering plants to shrubs to rose bushes to vegetable gardens. And you can even see here we've got a hanging basket of wax begonias. These are beautiful begonias. I love the copper bronze look of the leaves, but also I love the pink flowers. It comes in many different colors, but the ones we're looking at are the pink ones. And then we are looking at some of these beautiful vegetable plants. So these are by Bonnie Plants, which is actually a very established vegetable and herb provider. So I have a lot of tomatoes growing, and a lot of my tomatoes are exponentially growing. So I'm happy that I'm able to get all of my vegetables fresh from my garden, alongside with me, you know, loving indoor tropical plants, bonsai, Japanese maples. I also love gardening for my herbs and vegetables. So as far as Walmart is a really good source to be able to get plants at a cost-effective price. I believe you will save money shopping at Walmart. There are many plant products like fertilizers that you can find, for instance, like Miracle Grow. I like using Miracle Grow all-purpose fertilizer, for instance, and you can get it most cost-effective at Walmart. Here is another Island Bloom series that I was talking about, $5.97. These are by Costa Farms, and I love that this is a beautiful, really round, large leaf form of an alocasia. Now, if anybody can give me the specific plant ID for that alocasia, I'd love it. Same thing with this particular cordyline Hawaiian tea plant for $5.84 by Costa Farms Island Bloom series. Now, these are particular tropical plants that you can put in patio spaces where they are away from the hot afternoon sun, where they get morning light and afternoon shade. So as far as all of the plants here, if you are still doing a lot of your outdoor gardening, it is still, you've got plenty of time before the heat of summer comes around. I know some of our plant foldies have really been investing a lot in their outdoor gardening, so I am excited about that. And speaking of outdoor gardening, I love to recommend Proven Winners plants, because you can see right here, these are the Proven Winner Supertunias, $5.97, and these are performers. Whenever there is a label next to a plant and it is by Proven Winners, you know that you're going to get one that is got a great value for the price you're paying, but more importantly, you're getting a healthy plant. You're going to get a plant that's going to be very vigorous. It's very much more drought tolerant, heat tolerant, because Proven Winners really takes a lot of time in terms of the plants that they are producing for the general public. One plant that I have been really working on trying to get more popularized, aside from Aglaonema, is obviously coleus plants. So these are by Better Homes and Gardens. This is $8.94. These are beautiful plants. These are plants that most people will associate as an outdoor garden plant, but plant foldies, let me tell you, these plants are amazing as indoor house plants as well. They can live in your household long term. The thing about coleus plants is that they're super thirsty. So you just have to make sure you are providing them with watering pretty much daily, because they do not like to dry out. Otherwise they get super droopy. In terms of getting more plants out of your coleus plants, this is another plant that will save you money, in a sense that you don't have to buy lots of coleus plants. Like, you can take this plant, make it a mother plant, and you can propagate from it. You can literally take the top cutting, stick it directly in soil. You don't even have to water propagate it, and within 3 to 4 days you have a rooted coleus plant. So that's how super easy it is. And I just wanted to do a quick look around the outdoor section. It looks like they've got a really good selection, but the main event is going to be the indoor tropical section right over here. So plant foldies, join me as we listen to my DJ Bang Beats track. You're on the beat. This is the official dance track for any plant foldie that just wants to have good vibes only, because there are lots of good vibes today. This morning when I went shopping for big box store plants at this particular Walmart, you can see right here, this is a philodendron white knight, and you can tell that this is a philodendron white knight because the petioles and stems have white lining, but it has that brown stem. Now the philodendron white princess has pink and the brown and white margins. But you can see we've got some beautiful plants like this, $19.84, again by Costa Farms, trending tropical plants. And you know, shout out to Costa Farms again. I just want to send good vibes only to Costa Farms. I know, and I will speak on this because a lot of people have been sending me a lot of direct messages about the recent I guess video that was posted about the Costa Farms problem video. I will just say that, you know, everybody isn't entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has the freedom to post, social media posts regarding their commentary about a specific subject. The only thing I will tell anybody that is watching this video, and hopefully I don't get blacklisted as well, because number one, whatever concerns were brought upon that particular video, I definitely don't condone that. But I will just say this: before we crucify anybody, whether it is a nursery, a business, a person, a celebrity, anybody in general, let's make sure that we are looking at all of the facts and all of the situation holistically before we make strong opinions. That's all I'm going to say. And then I also want to just encourage everybody again to just revisit your experiences with whatever individual, whatever service or business that you might have come to question on, because to me, that is the most important and telling thing. Because at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to defend Costa Farms, and simply stating my personal experiences with their team and their plants, they have shown nothing but kindness to me. They were so kind to me at PlantCon Houston and PlantCon Orlando, and my just interactions with them have always been positive. And I mean, you can see that they've made big box or plant shopping very much accessible for the general public. But you can see, as I've given you guys that commentary, can you believe we are finding Monstera Thai constellations at Walmart at West Plano, Texas for $29.97. That is crazy, considering this plant used to be such a big wish list plant about 5 years ago. Now you can go to a big box store like Walmart. Thank you so much to Wild Interiors, which is basically the person that the nursery that is growing these under the line Growers Bench. What beautiful variegation. And Monstera Thai constellations have really come down in price, and in terms of that, that's a good thing in my opinion, when plants are a little bit more readily accessible. Now from a business standpoint, I understand that maybe some of the smaller businesses that rely on some of the pricing to be a little bit higher, it might be a little bit more challenging to sell these plants. But holistically, for the general public, I would say at least we have these Monstera Thai constellations to be a little bit more readily accessible, because I believe, and plant foldies, please feel free to tune into the comment section, I believe that Monstera Thai constellation, any rare or uncommon plant, should not be priced at several $1,000s. My opinion about plant pricing, the value that's placed upon a plant, the reason why people are hyped up about a plant is literally the monetary value we place. So for instance, there is a rare Aglaonema called Aglaonema posapati, which I actually did an Instagram reel. It is right now selling for $3,000. And I myself caught myself wanting that plant. But then when I revisited what the plant looks like, it is a beautiful aglaonema. Don't, get me wrong. It is a beautiful aglaonema. It is more of an uncommon, super rare aglaonema. But I think if I were to be honest with myself, the reason why I've even given it even more attention and why I claim for it to be my wish list plant is because it's so expensive. But when I look at that aglaonema and I compare it to some of the other aglaonemas in my collection that only cost me like $20 to $30, there's not a big coloration difference to where I feel like it's going to be necessary for me to spend $3,000 US to get that plant. So, that's just some of my insights in terms of big box store plant shopping. Again, I really want to open those conversations up as we go shopping today at Walmart, really bring up those subjects. So hopefully you guys will stay engaged as I give my commentary, because look at this, $19.97, Alocasia Ivory Coast, beautiful Alocasia. And with Alocasias, again, they are one of those plants for me that are a little bit more finicky, a little bit harder to grow in a specific substrate. So for instance, if I grow Alocasia in a semi-hydroponic substrate such as lechuza pon or leca, it is a lot easier for me to maintain the plant versus growing it in straight soil. And that's the reason why I say, just like you shop for plants at different diverse places, whether it's big box stores or local nurseries or online, or better yet, even overseas, it's the same thing with your substrates. If you feel more comfortable using soil substrates, amazing. But if you feel a little bit more adventurous to try out other substrates such as lechuza pon or leca, try that, or even using different types of soils, as a substrate. I always recommend Classy Rabbit, and no, they don't necessarily sponsor me to really promote them. There was one video that they sponsored me because they were very generous enough to provide lots of Classy Rabbit soil for my aglaonema. But, in terms of your soil type, you really want to look at high quality soils, because the soil type you put your plants in is really going to influence the growth of your plant. Now, for instance, this trending tropicals Costa Farms plant right here, this Monstera stadliana, also known as Monstera Cobra by Costa Farms, $19.98. Beautiful self-watering planter. And as far as self-watering for me, I don't really use self-watering planters for my soil substrates. I use them for my semi-hydroponic substrates. And as far as today, my goals are to complete 3 big box or plant shopping videos, which I did early this morning. I am going to get me some matcha at this matcha cafe called Maiko in Frisco, Texas. I've been wanting to do that. I wanted to edit some more membership only videos for our super plant foldies. And I did want to plug this. I did want to say, for anybody listening and watching, I would urge y'all to invest in becoming a YouTube membership tier super plant foldy. It is literally the price of a cup of coffee, maybe a bag of potato chips, maybe something that is only $2.99, but you get full access to my personal interests, my personal life, my personal lifestyle blogs. You'll get to see the growth of Catriona and Charlotte, my baby hens that I am currently growing. They celebrated today being 15 days old, and they are just growing. So if you want to join my YouTube membership tier, please hit the join button if you're watching this video on a computer. If not, you can always click the direct link that I have pinned in my my comment section to join. Like I said, again, it is only $2.99. It is also the cost of maybe just one indoor tropical plant. It definitely helps the sustainability of this channel, because it does fund the gas money I take to drive from one section to the other, and it also gives me just a little bit of passive revenue for my passive income. So, full transparency, I'd love for you to join the YouTube membership tier. If not, I do have all of these big box or plant content for free as well. But as you can see right here, I picked up a Monstera Thai Constellation, a philodendron painted lady. That one is only for $19.97. I love the fact that we have a lot lot of these Monstera Thai constellations readily available. I'm curious if everybody that is watching is a fan of the Monstera Thai constellation. I am, but there's a couple of things I did want to point out for a Monstera Thai constellation in terms of the care. Number one, Monstera Thai constellations are very much prone to root rot, especially when you are growing them in a soil substrate, meaning in their juvenile stages, you do not want to overwater them. You want to water them when the soil is completely dry. You want to make sure that they are in fast draining soil, aka shop classyrabbit.com and get your bag of Classy Rabbit soil. It will be perfect for your Monstera Thai constellation. And then also Monstera Thai constellations are susceptible to plant pests such as thrift. So make sure you are spraying it down with a protective neem oil spray. It also likes to be put on a moss pole, a trellis, something that it can support itself, because the natural inclination of any type of Monstera Thai constellation is to grow up. And as it grows up, a totem pole or moss pole, it will actually develop what you call fenestrations, which are splits in the leaves. In the wild, Monsteras split their leaves or fenestrate because it's reaching for the light in order for it to provide light to the lower leaves that are at the bottom of the plant. So, it's quite interesting to see that. I love the fact that Monstera Thai constellations, again, for only $29.97 by Growers Bench, which is through Wild Interiors. I love it. I hope that you guys will be able to snag a Monstera Thai constellation. And another thing I will say about Monstera Thai constellation is it does have stable variegation, meaning that it will never really revert to green. Now, do you feel like it will have better variegation if you give it bright indirect light? It does not hurt the plant if you do give it more bright indirect light. I do think that it does push out more better variegation. The only thing is, I guess in the nutshell, I would say if you want a higher variegated Monstera Thai constellation, look for one that has initial genetics where it's already pushing out good variegation, good balanced variegation. So just like the Philodendron Pink Princess, the Monstera Thai constellation is kind of in that similar boat, except the Monstera Thai constellation will always have stable variegation. It will never really revert. It is a more faster growing Monstera or variegated Monstera when you compare it to, say, the Monstera albo. And I have to ask plant foldies, why does the Monstera albo still hold on to such a price, a high price? Leave that in the comment section below, and I'm just going to keep picking up some plants and showing you. Let me know what you think about this this Walmart location. I want to say Lowe's because I was shopping at Lowe's before I went to this Walmart. I am just excited that they have such amazing plants to look at here. All of the absolutely stunning variegated plants you can find at this Walmart while going big box store plant shopping. And here is a surprise for y'all. Do you see what I see? This is the Desert Escape by Costa Farms series, a rare and uncommon finds of rare succulents and cactus. Now, I'm just going to pick up these beautiful rare succulents and cactus because I don't know the plant IDs. What I do know is these are a Walmart exclusive through Costa Farms. This is the Desert Escape series that everybody has been searching for. They have so many rare cactus available, and look at the beautiful shapes that they have. I would assume that the majority of these rare cactus and succulents are going to require lots of bright light. Some of them probably full sun, but definitely lots of bright light. Fast draining soil, and I'm going to go ahead and plug Classy Rabbit again. And yes, for those that want to keep calling me very commercial, I am very commercial because I am very passionate about uplifting, promoting the people that I know personally and really want to see them succeed. And I don't think that there is anything wrong with promoting people of that nature, especially when you know them personally. So Classy Rabbit soil would definitely be perfect for them. These beautiful cactus right here, but I am excited that this is the second Walmart in the DFW market that I was able to find the rare succulent and cactus collection, the Desert Escape by Costa Farms. These are all for $8.97. And I will tell you, I have really been battling plant addiction. And when I say plant addiction, it's not the fact that I love plants. I love to collect plants. I love to grow plants. I love to talk about plants. But it's more of feeling the need to buy every single plant that comes in my way or that I pick up. And to me, that is really something that I want to talk about. Some people have asked me to stop talking about plant addictions, but I do think that it is a subject that sometimes we make light of, but it's actually a pretty serious subject in a sense that if you feel like you are spending so much money, more so than you feel is necessary, then there is some plant addiction. And to me, I've been working on getting better at not spending my money on plants by simply going to a big box store and admiring them, filming them, and enjoying the moment in which I was able to encounter the plant. So, the first step to recovery is through being aware that you have a problem, which I do, and it's not a big deal per se. And then it's another thing to also know steps to make it better. So for me, window plant shopping and just really enjoying the fact that yes, the thrill of finding the plant is there, but yes, I don't necessarily have to buy the plant and still feel like I got an emotional response from the plant or something of that nature that brought us joy. And I'm going to be a little bit chatty today in terms of big box store plant shopping because there are a lot of insights that are, I wanted to share, especially with PlantCon Houston 2025 about to be here in 12 days. I cannot believe that PlantCon will be here in 12 days. For those that are plant foldies that are living in Houston or making a trip there, let's connect. I will not have my mask on while shopping at PlantCon. I will be wearing my Grow Folds t-shirt. So feel free to say hello to me if you recognize me or want to meet up. Please send me a direct message on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @GrowFolds. I pretty much respond to everybody unless you are some type of scammer, and I've seen some people do that. Please stop doing that, or somebody that has ill intentions, I will block you. And that's just really exercising common sense. I always tell people, especially when it comes to social media, please be mindful about people's intent. So for instance, if you get a follow from somebody and they're asking you all of this information and they have only 1 or 2 followers, that is a little bit sketch. Also, look at the people that they're following and look at who they are following. If it's some of the more shady or more sketchy followers, or they're following people that you may not necessarily want to associate yourself with, you might, have some kind of caution. That's, some of my tips for anybody that is trying to navigate social media. I know that I have a more mature crowd, and that's just some of my tips in terms of navigating social media to where, number 1, you're not going to subject yourself to any type of scams. Number 2, you're not going to align yourself to people that may not have the best intentions. And number 3, it's just protecting your privacy and being safe. But as far as being safe with my money, I will tell you, I am so proud that I did not buy all of these cactus and succulents by Costa Farms, because look at how beautiful this is. Absolutely stunning. And, for those that haven't found the Desert Escape series by Costa Farms, $8.96. I hope you guys will get them at your Walmarts. I know that if you are interested in getting some insights on where these plants will be, you can always check the Instagram at Costa Farms. They usually have an Instagram story or a post with the store listing. But for those that are actually huge cactus and succulents fans, leave in the timestamps in the comment section what the plant IDs are. I did want to go ahead and shout out my loyal plant foldie from Canada again, Kathy. We all love Kathy. Please hit the like button if we love Kathy. Please leave a comment that says we love Kathy in the comment section. I know she gave me some feedback last time about really taking the time to show the succulents and cactus. So I am going to be doing that right now, where I'm slowly just picking up the succulents and cactus. Hopefully you are enjoying the textures, the colors, and let's just keep looking at these. I just can't believe I found these rare succulents and cactus. Again, the Desert Escape series by Costa Farms at this Walmart. Again, this is the Walmart in West Plano, Texas, right next to the Dallas North Tollway. It's across the Super Target. If you are also our Target shopper, Target has actually been getting a lot of urban jungle plants. So that's always exciting to just see all of the big box stores really getting a lot of plants in. You know, the springtime, late spring, early summer is also a perfect time to get plants because a lot of nurseries are really capitalizing on the peak season when it comes to plants. And again, shout out to Costa Farms for just having all of these rare succulents and cactus available. Also for just having some really cost-effective, really budget-friendly plants for the general public. So again, if you haven't already started following Costa Farms on Instagram, follow them, leave comments in the comment section, let them know you are a plant foldie and use the hashtag popularize Aglaonema, because I'm really trying to ask Justin, who is one of the horticultural people at Costa Farms, to get more Aglaonemas available. I would love to see more Costa Farms training tropicals for Aglaonema, but right now let us celebrate the beautiful, rare, and uncommon value of these succulents and cactus, the Desert Escape series by Costa Farms. And so as far as this Walmart, just to sum up what we've seen some gorgeous value, budget-friendly plants, Monstera Thai constellations, different types of philodendrons, and the highlight for me would definitely be these Costa Farms rare cactus. And I just love the different textures and the shapes. And I'm just gonna pan the rest of this. I'm not gonna go into full detail about all of the plants here because I wanted to go ahead and go to the next big box store, but you'll see we've got a lot of growers bench and another Monstera Thai constellation. So this is, you know, location 1 of 2 today. We're gonna go to the next location. Now we are going to go big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's off of Warren Road in Frisco, Texas. This is one of my favorite Lowe's to go shopping because it's always in stock. And if you haven't made up your mind, I urge you guys to check out my YouTube membership tier. For only $2.99, you can join and get some more access to some of my personal plants. My house plant tour will eventually make it onto that tier. As always, please make sure you're pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. If you haven't made it already to do that, I would love for you guys, because it does help push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And I really do want to see the plant foldie community grow. It is now around noon when I got back to Frisco, Texas, and it is sunny, it is hot, and I am ready for lunch and also ready to go to Matcha Cafe Maiko. That is another place that I want to visit in Frisco, Texas. I'm actually going to be uploading my food blog in my YouTube membership tier either today or tomorrow for the super plant foldie. So like I said, again, for the price of a cup of coffee, a bag of chips, $2.99, you can definitely gift that to me. It makes the channel a little bit more sustainable. It makes it possible for me to produce this type of content for the general public. But as you can see right here, we are about to walk into this Lowe's location. And I know that I've been doing a lot of Lowe's videos, and the reason being is I love the fact that Lowe's has a lot of plants that are just readily available. You can always see that they have a lot of like Costa Farms plants, urban jungle plants, and Live Trends design plants. And I'm going to highlight just the majority of indoor plants today, so I can keep this within an hour-long big box or plant shopping video. If you have any comments, insights, please leave that in the comment section as we are about to enter this Lowe's. And foliage, you can see that we have a lot of tropical shrubs. We've got some hibiscus right over here. These are by Costa Farms. So they've got the tricolor or 3-color hibiscus and some other hybrids that they've created. And we're gonna go look into the indoor tropical section and outdoor sections as well for this Lowe's. But before we get into that and enter, I did wanna show this.
Hey guys, I'm Janae from Janae Simone.
I'm Steve from I Love Plants.
And I am Richie from Grow Folds, and we are
Cultivation Corner. We are so excited. We have a plant podcast. We talk about any and everything, all things plants, and we premiere every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube at cultivation_corner. So be sure to tune in and watch us.
Follow us also on Instagram, and be sure to share our videos and our episodes with all of you plant lovers. We need more cultivators, right,
Yes.
Steve?
Yes, we do. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna share the video. That's
have
what you're
to.
gonna do.
Have to today. All right,
Today.
guys. We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully we can get season 3 for Cultivation Corner underway. We really appreciate all the cultivators, which I would assume if you are a plant foldie, you are supporting the Cultivation Corner with my friends Janae, Simone, and Steven. We've had such a good time talking about plants, but as you can see right over here, I did want to show you guys some of the outdoor patio furniture. It is about to be summer, and hanging out in a shaded patio is always a fun pastime for me. But before we get into the indoor tropical section, I always love highlighting the outdoor sections as well at Lowe's, because you can see right over here, we've got many mixed combination planters. That one is a cordyline Hawaiian tea plant, kiwi, and you'll see that we've got some impatiens right here with some banana trees right over here as well. The thing about Lowe's outdoor sections is, or actually I'll put it to you like this. Whenever you're going to a big box store like Lowe's and Home Depot specifically, their outdoor garden sections are fully stocked and amazing, especially when you're looking at it in mid-spring, late spring, and early summer. You can see here $19.98. We've got an Epipremnum aureum, or what you call a golden pothos. Easy to care for plant, and that's another plant that you can grow outdoors in a shaded patio. Same thing with this Hydra helix, or I want you guys to say it with me, Hydra helix. That the correct way to actually say it is Hedera helix, or the English ivy. That is mainly used for trailing plants. I would not recommend planting it in your landscape in the ground because it is a very invasive plant. I mentioned that in almost all my videos. I mean, you can't watch a Grow Folds video without hearing Hydra helix. I know for a lot of the folks that are not as bought into the plant foldy community, yes, it is cringy, but you know what? Cringe is okay. That means what we're eliciting a emotional response for you. So, I always say, if somebody creates an emotional response, whether it is positive, which is really the intent of all of the plant content I create, or even a negative reaction, at least you can say that the content I create is relevant. Somebody is actually paying attention to it. And like I said again, plant foldies, especially the ones that are very much bought in and dedicated to our positive community, I appreciate you. I hope you guys will always have an amazing day. And I strive very hard. I mean, as you can see right here, I woke up 5:30 in the morning to make this content. So, for those that have left negative comments about, oh, it was an epic fail, Richie is repetitive, Richie is X, Y, and Z, it only further fuels me to continue to deliver daily content, because the ones that love me, the ones that love the plant foldy community will always be there, and that's really what matters. Over here, plant foldies, look at this. This is the first time I've seen this particular Proven Winners Leaf Joy. This is a heart-to-heart caladium. This is called, I think, Snowstorm. Look at how beautiful the white speckling on this caladium is. Now, the thing about Proven Winner caladiums, as I've said before, these caladiums are drought tolerant, and you don't have to dehead them, heat tolerant, and also can be, based on what Proven Winners is saying, is adaptable to be an indoor house plant. So this is actually a caladium snow flurry by Proven Winners. Love it, love it, love it. And this is only for $6.97. I prefer these sizes of caladiums from Proven Winners. I know that at Home Depot right now, they have a big selection of $14.97 caladiums, heart-to-heart caladiums, these hybrids by Proven Winners. But let's continue to look at over here. And I mean, just look at how stunning the leaves are. And somebody mentioned in the comment section in the live premieres that chickens can actually eat caladium leaves. Can we verify and double check that caladium leaves are not toxic to chickens? Because if you have been following my YouTube channel for the last 2 weeks, I recently got some baby chickens, a Barb Rock hen, as well as a Rhode Island red from a feed store out in North McKinney called Gibo's, and I have loved being a chicken parent. I've just learned so much about chickens, and I'm hoping that I can grow them into full-blown, beautiful beauty queen hens, because they are named Catriona, named after the Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Grave from the Philippines. I love to mention this. It is Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I am a proud Filipino American. Mabuhay. And to all my kababayans, kamusta? Please leave comments in the comment section. I want to make sure that there is visibility for the Filipino American community. There are a lot of plant content creators that are out there, and I hope to create some content where we highlight a lot of the Filipino American plant influencers in one video. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for all of these beautiful proven winners caladiums. Like, I cannot get over the fact that they are just so beautiful. And whenever you're thinking of flowers for the summer, vincas are one of my #1 bets. They take full sun, they are drought tolerant, and heat tolerant, and that just makes them perfect flowers for my grow zone, which is 8B. Absolutely love vincas. I remember my grandmother having a flower garden full of vincas, and they're very prolific bloomers. Here's another proven winners, begonia right here. This is for $6.98. Look at that peach color on the begonias, or actually not begonias, I'm sorry. These are impatiens. Now, impatiens do need to be more of a shaded area, but as you can see right here, proven winners plants continue to just churn out gorgeous, very reliable plants. And let's go ahead and continue to walk around here. Today has been quite productive. I'm really happy that I'm able to film a video in the morning and be able to premiere this for the evening. You know, plant foldies, I really hope that you guys have always have amazing days. Know that if you ever have a rough day, typically I will always have a plant foldy meetup through a live premiere, whether it is a live premiere for a big box or plant shopping video like this, or my newest fascination, and that is live streaming my baby chickens, Catriona and Charlotte. And I know that some of you guys may not be into baby chicken live streaming, but truthfully, I know a lot of you guys are all about doing the live premiere chats. I urge everybody at least to give it a chance if you ever see what I call a pop-up chat room. You know, those old school AOL or Yahoo chat rooms where you can enter and leave whenever. I am trying to bring that old school back and actually have live streams, and have these live streams go for more than like 10 hours. So you have a chat room to meet up with some of the plant foldies. You guys can kind of just hang out there. And you can see right here, this is an urban jungle plant that made it in the outdoor section. This is a silver band marantha by Urban Jungle Plants. This used to be a very uncommon marantha, and now it is at a big box store, readily available for the general public. So again, I want to just mention this. There is nothing wrong with buying plants from a big box store. Some people are so against buying plants at a big box store, especially for specific nurseries. What I would say is everybody is entitled to go shop wherever they want. But my thing is, with big box stores, they have just really made it more accessible for the general public to get plants, meaning more people are all about collecting plants, growing plants, and that just fosters a larger plant community. I always encourage everybody to just diversify their sources of where they get their plants. The moment of truth, the main event, and that is the indoor tropical plants at a big box store like Lowe's. I will be panning over here and showing you how beautiful this Lowe's location is, how it continues to stay organized and clean, very shoppable. Everything is organized and merchandised to where you are inspired to grow your basket. Sometimes that may be a bad thing, but for me, it's just very inspiring to look at all of the lush green foliage, the beautiful textures of the leaves. And, you know, for plant foldies that are either struggling with stress, I hope that my plant shopping videos continue to be a beacon where we can go hang out here and relax, enjoy, look at the gorgeous foliage, and celebrate the fact that we can pick up plants like this. Costa Farms trending tropical plant. This is a Scindapsus java. Look at how beautiful the metallic silver is. This is actually a wish list of mine plant. This is one for $19.98. Costa Farms trending tropical plant. And again, thank you to Costa Farms again for making these hard to come by plants more readily available for the general public. I would say these plants are definitely budget friendly. Costa Farms plants in general are budget friendly. They have a wide selection of plants. You can either go to a big box store and shop for them. And I mean, geez, this is such a beautiful plant. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if you guys are big Scindapsus fans. Let me know because I love just hearing about you guys. And by the way, if you make a live premiere chat, and the way you can join a live premiere chat is either watching my YouTube videos on the YouTube app on your phone if you have a smartphone, or if you are on a computer, you can see the live chat. I will now start putting up live chat polls. That is one way for me to get to know the plant foldy community. And I love the fact that if you see a live poll show up in the live chat, participate in it. It makes me get to know you guys a little bit better. I love knowing your interests. I'm able to get that instant feedback. And so definitely check that out. $17.98 plant foldies. This is another Costa Farms Lowe's exclusive of a combination planter. So you can see we've got a Fittonia, a Dracaena Florida Beauty, and a Dracaena Marginata. And look at this. This is just amazing that I could walk into any DFW big box store, and for the most part, I would say our big box stores in the DFW or the Dallas-Fort Worth area are always going to be in stock and full of beautiful, healthy-looking plants. Costa Farms Monstera Stadliana Albo for $19.98, and you can see right here, I think that this is a really good plant here, $17.98, because it has a Manjula pothos, a croton, and a parlor palm. So it's a combination planter. I'm not as big of a fan of combination planters, but I am okay for those that want to give that as a gift because it does look really nice. And then this one is an Aglaonema spathonema. This is a very uncommon type of Aglaonema. You can see that it almost looks like a Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil narrow form, but it is a beautiful Aglaonema spathonema, and it is on sale for 50% off. Part of me wants to rescue this, so 50% off $19.98. It's not a bad price, and truthfully, this is another Aglaonema you don't see often. If anybody at Costa Farms sees this video, I really do hope that we can connect about hashtag popularizing Aglaonema, really getting Costa Farms to be the trendsetter, because even a huge plant influencer, Sean of Only Plants, even mentioned in his previous video where he showcased Aglaonemas that the United States and even the European plant communities haven't really jumped wind on Aglaonemas. They are colorful, they are easy to take care of, they are drought tolerant, and they just have hundreds of varieties, and we really need somebody like Costa Farms to really jump in and actually create a trend. I would love that. I would love to make suggestions. So if anybody from Costa Farms sees this, please let me know if we can connect. And plant foldies, if you are following Costa Farms on Instagram, go ahead and comment, let them know you are a plant foldy, and use the hashtag popularize Aglaonema. Let's band together and really get some excitement going on for Aglaonemas. Now over here, plant foldies, we are going to be looking at some Live Trends design planters. These ones are for $14.97 or 95 cents. Beautiful Alocasia Amazonica, I think. If it's not an Amazonica, it's something else, in a self-watering planter. And Live Trends design planters, in my opinion, are the best planters for me because they fit that modern aesthetic that I like for my plants. Now, as far as Alocasias, I love the fact that these Alocasias are becoming more readily available at big box stores and in urban jungle plants. I love urban jungle plants for a couple reasons. Number one, they have very healthy looking plants. Number two, they're cost effective. So this beautiful terracotta planter that's hand painted is for $13.95. And this is a beautiful philodendron. I'm not 100% sure if it's a red imperial or black cardinal, but needless to say, it's beautiful. And take a look at this, $13.95. This is a ZZ Zenzi plant. So this is a ZZ plant, but the more compact version. This is one I would actually like because it stays compact. It is very much low light tolerant and drought tolerant. So when you're thinking about an easy to care for plant, this is one of the top ones in terms of my recommendations for indoor easy to care for plants by Urban Jungle. So we'll just continue to look at some of the plants here. You can see that Urban Jungle has a very earthy, boho, funky plant aesthetic when it comes to their planters. It's more of a natural feel for it. It's like this terracotta planter, for instance. It's not perfect, but I love the fact that it has more of a handmade quality about it. And I also love the fact that it has an Urban Jungle logo etched into it. This is a golden pothos for $24.98. And I do love hanging basket or hanging ceramic plants. They're just a little bit challenging for me to grow because you have to make sure whenever you're growing a hanging basket plant that it's still receiving light from the very top. Now I'm gonna pull out all of these bonsai, or at least pre-bonsai by Costa Farms. These ones are for $18.98. This is a ficus ginseng bonsai, and like I said again, the art of bonsai is basically growing a plant, whether it's a shrub or a tree, into a miniature form of a tree in nature in a shallow container. This one is a Crusala bonsai, $18.98. And I would even say that these are great bonsai pre-stock. And when I say pre-bonsai, it means that yes, it has some initial shapes to be a bonsai, but it's not necessarily wired and styled and actually placed in a more shallow container. Bonsai is a whole new world, and I hope to expose and create awareness for all of the plant foldies. I really want to diversify everybody's taste in plants because I know a lot of you guys are very much into the indoor tropical plants, but I would love to open your hearts and mind to bonsai, the art of Japanese miniature trees, as well as Japanese maples, outdoor gardening, vegetable gardening, succulents and cactus, all of it. So that way, this plant shopping channel is not only just for indoor tropical plants, it's really just to celebrate every type of plant. Therefore, we can have an even larger pool for the plant foldie community. Plant foldies, let me know in the comment section if you are into outdoor gardening as well. Have you gotten into bonsai? What plants you've gotten in the last week? Let me know in the comment section. And again, if you made it this far into the video, number one, thank you so much for tuning in to the video. And then number two, I would hope that you guys would press the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to many plant foldies. That way our community continues to grow. But as you can see right here, I'm just gonna walk around and pull up a lot of these plants. Dieffenbachia for $12.98 by Costa Farms. And you know, with Dieffenbachia, again, if you have pets, it's not a pet friendly plant because it's got very toxic leaves. You want to keep that away from your pets. And then Urban Jungle has this for $19.98. This is in a 6-inch ceramic planter, beautiful anthurium of some sort. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but you know, anthuriums are trending plants. And then we have another Costa Farms combination planter with a Manjula pothos, a croton plant, and a parlor palm. I love Manjula pothos. It is my second most favorite pothos plant because of the variegation, and I really like rounder leaf shapes for my leaves. That's the same thing when it comes to Aglaonema. So let's just continue to pick up some of these plants. You'll see that there is another ficus lyrata over here, or fiddle fig leaf tree for $15.98. Beautiful pink planter. Love pink planters as well. And you can see another Urban Jungle planter here. This one is for $19.98 in a plastic planter. This one is a beautiful Homolamella Shelby. I love that. It's beautiful. And I think this is such a beautiful plant as well because of the velvety texture in the leaves, and it's got that nice variegation, that green on green variegation. Feel free to leave it in the comments section what you think about the Homolamella Shelby. It's one that I will eventually get, but I feel like that plant will need to be in a semi-hydroponic substrate. And then another Costa Farms Aglaonema. This one is an Aglaonema electric lime. Beautiful plant because it's got such beautiful metallic silver foliage. I love the white stems. $15.98. And I ask anybody that has discovered my plant shopping videos, pause, look at that Aglaonema, ask yourself, why don't you have an Aglaonema, and then run. Don't even walk to a Lowe's, a Home Depot, or Walmart. Buy yourself an Aglaonema. Aglaonema are the most beautiful plants ever. I truly believe that they need to be a trending plant. I will be going to PlantCon Houston 2025 raving about Aglaonemas, and even if I am just a not big content creator for plants, I hope that I can utilize my influence to get more people looking at Aglaonemas, because as we've been talking about for months, it is all about that social media presence. Whenever you are talking about a plant, whenever you are showing people about a plant, whenever you are talking about plant care tips and how easy the plant is, I feel like more people kind of jump in on the bandwagon, and it creates a community where people get excited. And I am excited to see that Urban Jungle planters right over here. Look at that. Beautiful square shaped planters. This one is a philodendron hederaceum, just a green variety, and this one is for $15.95. Beautiful hanging ceramic planters. You can see that we've got many different varieties. I do like this one, the white with the terracotta underneath etched in. This is a Syndapsis of some sort, and you know, with Syndapsis, they are slower growing as compared to the Epipremnum aureum or pothos plants. But I've been seeing a lot of different varieties of them, lots of variegated varieties. And that's something that I will eventually delve into as I organize my plants. So a couple of updates about my plant collection. So I've been able to maintain my plants. I've been able to consistently water a lot of them. I've downsized a couple of plants. I've made it to where it's a little bit more of a curated collection, because as I've mentioned in a lot of my videos, plant burnout is real. So if you are one of the people like me who is addicted to plants, specifically Aglaonemas, where you just pick up a plant and you have to buy it, just know that for every plant you bring into your home, you're going to have to, you're required to take care of it, pest preventatives, watering it, trimming it down for dead leaves, maintaining its health, making sure that you have appropriate light. And when you multiply that by, say, 200 plants, there's only so many hours in the day where you can really enjoy the plants. And my message for all of the plant foldies today is, does your plant collection bring you joy where you can practice mindfulness? And what I mean by mindfulness is, are you actually able to pause, enjoy the moment, look at the leaves, and not feel like you're having to only engage with your plants because you're watering them, you're spraying them down with pest preventatives, you're having to repot them. Literally, I want us to think, do you sit there and actually get to enjoy your plant, or have your plants created a list of plant chores that consume a lot of your time where it doesn't give you joy? If those are any of the factors, I would recommend just kind of downsizing your plants, really assessing what plants you really want to collect, and maybe bringing joy to somebody else by either gifting plants or downsizing it by either purging and selling it to other people. That's really my message, and I'm going to continue to have that type of message for our plant folding community. I treat a lot of my big box or plant shopping videos, like I said again, as almost like a personal blog to give you guys insights. Over the past year and a half doing daily 1-hour plant shopping videos, I feel like you guys have gotten to know me. And while I am faceless on YouTube, you guys already know the reasons why. It's not because I'm hiding anything. It's literally because I want to create a line in the sand where my social media presence doesn't dip into my career, doesn't dip into my day-to-day life. I think a lot of people get consumed into social media where their personal life, their life outside of social media becomes so consumed that there's too much of a direct correlation of one's identity. That's just another thing. And that's why I like to talk about social media, because today, as I actually, went to a matcha cafe house, there were so many people in line for matcha lattes. And the reason being is, a TikTok video just made it viral. And that's the thing, right? So much influence is created through social media that I hope that people will still look at the quality of content in social media, understand that social media is a tool, but should not really be the main source of, number one, your news, because there is a lot of fake news news. Number two, social media can influence somebody, but always go by your personal experiences at the end of the day. I'm really passionate about that because as I've gotten into big box or plant shopping videos, I've realized what kind of influence, say, this YouTube channel has done in terms of, say, aglionemas and popularizing aglionemas. Just know that as a community plant foldies, we have the power to really, I would say, move the direction of plant content to where it's always going to be a positive experience, a learning experience, a supportive experience. And I know that in the last couple of videos, I've really talked about it because it's very much ingrained in what I've been seeing as of late. And I've also been seeing a lot of these like Hydra Helix. You could see that I've been picking up a lot of these plants. And as far as Lowe's, again, I would say Costa Farms plants. It's pretty much prevalent that you will find Costa Farms plants at Lowe's. There's a lot of Costa Farms exotic angel plants. And while a lot of people have strong opinions, whether it's positive, and hopefully it is plant foldies, or negative toward Costa Farms, just know that all of the plants that are in our plant collections, Costa Farms has made it possible in some form or fashion for them to be more mainstream and readily available. There are places where you can source out your plants, but for me, it's a little bit more convenient to be able to go to a big box store and find this Hydra Helix and see that it is only for $5.98. And it's just amazing how many English ivy varieties there are available by Costa Farms. It has become a plant foldy staple. I'm still curious, plant foldies, who is doing the Hydra Helix challenge, where you take a English ivy, bring it to your home, and count how many days you can keep it alive indoors without getting spider mites, because you already know it is a spider mite magnet. Update on my two Hydra Helix. I failed the Hydra Helix challenge because I had to take mine outside. They're doing fabulous because they have just pushed out so much growth. I just can't grow English ivy indoors. Now, as far as growing another plant, I have been looking at this plant right here. This is called a flame violet, $16.98 by Costa Farms. This actually pushes out beautiful, colorful blooms. I believe the blooms for this one is red. I love the metallic leaves, but this is a prime example of a plant I have been looking at for several months, probably 6 months, but I have not bought it because I feel like I don't have, number one, the space for it. Number two, while it is a beautiful plant, it's one that I can just admire at a big box store. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody from spending money on plants. I say support big box store plants, support local nurseries, support the plant community business. All I'm saying is, if you feel like you can't grow the plants because you're already inundated with so many plants, I would say it's okay to go window shopping. It is okay to look at these plants. It is okay to celebrate the fact that we can still go to a big box store and admire all of these beautiful Phoetonias, for instance, by Costa Farms. These are not going to be growing in, going anywhere because Costa Farms always churns out lots of supplies of these big box store plants. The one thing I do want to celebrate is the fact that this community has grown to the point where I can see random acts of kindness. And I'm going to go ahead and shout out Angelique again and David for getting 10 random plant foldies YouTube membership tiers. So there is an option where if you are already a super plant foldy, or if you're somebody that doesn't necessarily want to commit to a membership but wants to give joy to another plant foldy by making them a super plant foldy, if you click the super sticker button, which is the $sign, and a super sticker, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, is a monetary tip that you can provide any YouTube content creator. I appreciate those as well, and I am thankful for those that have randomly left super stickers for us. But there is an option called YouTube gifting, YouTube membership gifting, where you can pay for 5 memberships and YouTube will assign them to some of the plant foldies. So definitely check that out. And again, shout out to Angelique and David for doing that during a live stream. Hopefully maybe more people will consider doing that, because that would be amazing, so you guys can see some of the more exclusive membership only content. And then speaking of exclusive, I just think that Hydra Helix is another exclusive term to the plant foldy community. In the comment section, I asked the plant foldies, what are some other exclusive plant foldy terms or interests that we have? Now over here, I am going to just be finishing off some of these trending tropical plants. You can see right over here is a Xanthosoma for $19.98. I had one, but it was on the verge of plant heaven, so I ended up giving it away. And then look at this Dieffenbachia, $15.98, self-watering planter by Costa Farms. This is another budget-friendly plant. It is a plant, I would say it's still a little bit harder than, say, an Aglaonema. It's interesting because Dieffenbachia come from South America, Aglaonema come from Southeast Asia, and they both look very similar, except their care tips are different. Aglaonema can tolerate lower light conditions. Dieffenbachia need bright indirect light all the time. So very similar foliage look, but different environmental requirements. And I'm just going to keep showing you guys a couple more of these plants. This is another Hydra Helix. This gold baby ivy is one of my favorite English ivies because I love the yellowish variegation. I love the leaf shape. And this one is for $8.98 by Costa Farms Exotic Angel Plants. I do want to ask the plant foldies also, for anybody that has recently acquired any Costa Farms plants, leave in the comment section what you have bought from Costa Farms. Have you bought Costa Farms plants online on their website? I would recommend doing so as well, because if you can't make it to a big box store, Costa Farms ships plants pretty healthy. I've actually bought a Manjula pothos when they had them in 6-inch planters, and mine is doing extremely well. I've been tempted to purchase, say, this red Marantha again, $20.98. And what I've mentioned before is you can still enjoy the plant without having to buy the plant. Like this Glauca, I love the small textured leaves. It's just not for my plant collection, but I can still appreciate the beauty of it. I think that is one quick way to save money on plants. You know, other ways to save money while going shopping at a big box store is, say, downloading the Lowe's app, the Target app, or the Walmart app, Home Depot app. That loyalty program, joining those loyalty programs from big box stores, you can get coupons, they can price match. There's a lot of things when it comes to just enrolling in any loyalty programs, and obviously looking for any online coupons that these big box stores have. That's one way that I've cashed in on some savings. And whenever we go big box store plant shopping, I always try to give you guys tips on how to save money. Now, this is another beautiful plant. This is a Polynesian ivy, and this is another example of a plant that I should have bought maybe 6 months ago, but I have yet to buy it because I just feel like I'm buying plants left and right, and I am not able to truly appreciate them in my indoor space. So I would rather just go plant window shopping and just admire this one, even though this is super tempting, as in, like, look at how full this hanging basket is for $20.98. But I am actually saving a lot of my money for PlantCon Houston 2025. I am excited to show you my plant haul. I am excited to show you what I'm going to be shopping for at Houston PlantCon. So stay tuned for that content. I truly believe that my YouTube channel has some of the more longer format content when it comes to PlantCon. So definitely check out the playlist if you're curious to see PlantCon. And I don't know, plant foldies. Every time I go to Lowe's, I'm always looking at this ginkgo planter. Should I eventually just buy it? I just love that plant, but I just haven't gotten that. So we'll see what that looks like on the next kind of shopping videos I do. And then over here, this is a Live Trends design planter. Beautiful neon pothos, my favorite pothos of all. This is for $16.95. What a healthy looking plant. Just make sure you give it a lot of bright light in order for it to really give you that neon coloration. And as I spin around here, we're going to look at just a couple of more plants before I wrap up this two-part big box store plant shopping video. Hopefully you guys have seen some amazing plants, rare variegated plants like that Monstera Thai constellation, the Desert Escape rare succulent and cactus by Costa Farms, and easy to care for plants like this Epipremnum aureum golden pothos for $16.95. You've got a couple of more hanging baskets baskets here. And hanging baskets, as I say in all my videos, I prefer the 6-inch hanging baskets versus the 8-inch. And then look at this. Costa Farms actually released some Costa Farms tiny plants. These are for $2.95. This is a Fittonia plant. I hope that Costa Farms will actually release more tiny plants by Costa Farms, because that is another way to, you know, add plants into a small space because they don't take a lot of space. And then you can see right here is a jade pothos. And even though it's just a green pothos plant, look at how beautiful and shiny the leaves are. It's an easy to care for plant. Pothos are another plant that I hope everybody will get into. You know, there is a Filipino American content creator on Instagram. His name is Junie Plant. He is a fellow kababayan, or the translation would be countryman, and he loves pothos plants. So seeing plant influencers really use their platform to influence people for the more common or easy to care for plants, I think it's amazing. And I hope that you guys will also get into pothos plants. Same thing with the Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil right here. This is by Live Trends Design, and you can see that it is the head of David, and you can see that this one is a Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. It's not my actual plant aesthetic, but I really do love the look of it. And then as far as all of the plants we're seeing today, plant foldies, let me know in the comment section which ones you like and which ones you'll add to your collection, because as I spin around here, look at this, there's just so many golden pothos here. That is an easy to care for plant, and another one I would recommend. Same thing with that Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil, $16.98. This is one of my favorite philodendrons. Look at that beautiful variegation, and what I love about it is it's an easy to grow plant, and one that's not going to bring you a lot of stress. It's very important for me to really showcase the easy to care for plants, the budget friendly plants, the plants that are going to save you money. And as I wrap this video up, take a look at this. Another fun big box store plant shopping video brought to you by me for the plant foldy community. You can see that this Lowe's is packed with some gorgeous plants by Urban Jungle, Costa Farms, and Live Trend Designs. Let's all go shopping at a big box store. Go ahead and download the Lowe's app and join the Lowe's loyalty program. You will get some amazing Lowe's deals. I promise y'all I've saved a lot of money. And if you're not a super plant foldy, join my YouTube membership tier. It is only for $2.99. It is the price of a cup of coffee or maybe a house plant. And as always, this is Richie at Grow Folds. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the videos on the top left and bottom left corner for more content. Bye.